Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, it's another huge thank you from one of the Silver Forum members. And this one, as I'm sure you can already see, and probably needs absolutely zero introduction, is from Backyard Bullion and his fantastic wife, Mrs. Backyard Bullion. So, I won't go into all the details, and this is probably the least exciting thing that you're going to see. However, to me it's very exciting. And the reason it's very exciting is because I needed it. And quite frankly, I need even more. So, we'll go on. So, let me pop it open. I've already opened up everything because I've contacted Backyard Bullion, and I've already thanked him, and it's just a very kind of hush-hush thing that we've done. But he, if you would have seen in one of his videos ages ago, I made him a few pens. Well, he sent over some silver and thought that, you know, quite frankly, it deserved a little bit more recognition. So he sent me a bit more silver over, which is inside of here. And I have 4 ounces of shot. I've had to rebag it because he packaged it so well that unpackaging it was a nightmare. This is fantastic because this means that whilst I'm weighing up to make some of my items, I can get a better measurement in my kiln than just by, you know, breaking up, you know, we'll say some of these tubes, for instance, you know, the coins, because they're much more difficult. So this is heading off into my workshop. Well, when I say that, it's heading off first into my safe, but we'll eventually head off into my workshop, and I'm going to be doing a lot more pouring. So that, along with these, and if I can quickly open this up, I'll show you, because I've bought several more ounces of silver, to say the least. I'm not going to say the exact number. This is a brand new, it's actually, they're all BU, so I don't know why I'm really doing this, so maybe I'll save it, maybe I won't, I don't really know. This is one of them. They're all the Walking Liberties in 2015. So, I have those. I haven't, you know, touched them or anything, so I'll be seeing what I'm going to do. These are kind of a last resort for me to pour. You know, this obviously is fantastic because I needed this. So that's definite, you know, definite. As are these. And you can see, hey, look, I even have, you can see from the reflection there on my shirt, another ace on my shirt. Oh my God, I got an ace on my phone, an ace on my shirt, a spades. So you know really that I'm very much into the ace theme. There you go, better view. Horrible one of me. There you go. Let's not do that again, shall we? So I have 200 gram bars that are going to get smelted down. And as a final treat, let's kind of put those away. So I got 20 ounces, 200 grams, 4 ounces. That's 24 ounces plus, call it about 7 ounces. I also received this very large pack. I'm going to have to move this back a bit. And, well, to be honest with you, I'll show you that one in another video because I haven't looked, and I think it's going to involve me having to do a bit more kind of pulling apart and ripping apart stuff. So, but for the moment, those are going into my kiln to get smelted. These, as I said, I'm considering what to do with, really. But they'll probably go in my kiln as well, to be honest. I have another 2 tubes that are open and are circulated, so that's fine. This one is just, I've opened it up for the first time on, well, since I first got them, and that's why I got rid of the peanut and put the bit of paper towel in there. But what astonishes me is that people, well respected, maybe even unknown, like a lot of you don't know Kimchi because he's not on, you know, the mainstream public and stuff. But even the well respected as well, such as like Backyard Bullion, for instance, you know, still, they just amaze me. It's the Silver Forum and the community is fantastic. And I was speaking to someone, and I'm not going to say who, because I respect privacy, and that's a big issue. And as a lot of you know, I have a broken back, and it's really difficult for me to get mobile to do stuff. But it's you guys who inspire me to do things such as, you know, make up my pens, you know, as and when I can. By the way, I'm nearly at the point of featuring some of them. It's just that they just need that last little bit of, you know, TLC and, you know, assembly and polishing before I'm ready and happy to show them. Because they do take a lot of, you know, my time. I don't, I rely heavily, to say the least, on the Silver Forum, the Silver community as a whole, you know, to all my subscribers and everyone, that you guys basically, you know, keep me going, inspire me to not give up, which is something that I refuse to do, just because, you know, it'd be far easier to give up and, you know, go from there. But, yeah, so I push myself. I have to make sure, you know, for obvious reasons, that I'm not overly medicated or whatever. Yeah. So, trying not to mince my words too much. But, I mean, as I was saying before, people like Backyard Bullion who send in just, you know, a little bit of extra, something, you know, extra, 4 ounces. To him, I mean, 4 ounces is still 4 ounces. It's, you know, a lot. But it's one of those things that, for me, starting off to pour, it's, every ounce counts, literally. And for those of you who are not in the UK and don't have to pay extortionate amount of money to have your work assayed, have your work hallmarked, and so on and so forth, unless by law legally I can sell this, if I made this, and I could sell it as bullion. But there is a potential chance, I mean, it is bullion, at the end of the day, it's, you know, all I'm going to do is smelt it down into something else. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things of, I don't want to take a risk. So my sponsor's mark, my maker's punch that I have to have made, is going to cost me, you know, a couple £100. My registration fee is just under, you know, £100. And that does last for 10 years. And of course, I get to keep my sponsor's punch, on top of already having paid for all of my previous punches and everything else. So it is really one of those really weird situations. And of course, if I want a larger punch, and because for about, I'm not kidding you, I've got quoted 140 to 170 pounds for a 1.25 millimeter sponsor punch, and they don't know because I've asked for a very unusual mark, and hopefully when it's all done, I will be the only one who's ever had this. I believe I am, to get it done. So it may be worth it in the end. But going back on, I mean, grateful to everyone who has, helped me through, who have done swaps and deals with my pens. Members on the Silver Forum are fantastic. Members on, there's a Facebook group as well, which I belong to, and that's also fantastic. I haven't, although I am on Instagram and I am on probably every freaking thing that you can imagine. I don't tend to really go on it. I've kind of let my privacy slip slightly by joining onto the Facebook group, but then I got to meet some really cool and interesting people. But as I was saying, a lot of you guys know, I have a broken back. And it's just one of those things that, I find it really hard and difficult, to get about and do stuff. But it's you guys that keeps me going. And I prefer challenges. I really do like to make up new designs that will appeal to certain members. I'm not going to go into why Ace is so important, and it's not because I'm a rock band or anything else. The Ace of Spades is, obviously my trademark, my kind of bit and bob, if you want to call it, but it has a huge meaning to me. I know that the Ace means a lot to some other people, and to Billy, who's still waiting around for number 13, don't worry, that will be coming at some point and available to you. On every one of the bars that I pour, 13 will be around on any Ace mark, if you wish. But yeah, so thank you again, and a massive thanks to Backyard Bullion and Mrs. Backyard Bullion for donating, to gifting, really, this extra 4 ounces, which really will come into, its own, and I am eternally grateful to you guys for this. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to talking with you guys later. I have a lot to show you. As you know, you've seen some of the content coming, but there's a lot more than that. So stick around, and thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.